Alright everyone, my name is Sean.
My name is Steven.
We're here from Project Evil Gaming and we're bringing a new playthrough of a game called Windbound. Otherwise known as Breath of the Wild for Xbox. No, just kidding.
I think what caught everyone's eye when we saw the trailers was that it did look a lot similar to Breath of the Wild. Just go with adventure.
Don't you just hate when that happens when you're just trying to take a nice sail?
And then you end up in front of a portal like this.
Yeah. Right, I mean, right after this big monster just appears out of nowhere.
Yep.
Oh, looks like there's only one way to go. By the way, we are playing on a first generation Xbox One, so
Yep.
the loading is pretty long, that's why.
Upgrade to that Series X soon.
Alright, so the adventure begins. So, this isn't the first time Steve and I have we're playing this game. We actually started a playthrough, but we had to scrap it because of the audio. But we've only played about an hour,
Probably
in.
45 minutes.
45 minutes, yeah. So this part we're probably just going to, rush by. But the game has it's a mix. It's a mixture of different elements from other games. We have a little bit of a survival going on here. Some base building in the form of boat building, really. From my first impressions, I did kind of like it, but again, I only played about 40 minutes of it.
Yeah. And a lot of it was figuring out crafting as well as, I guess, just figuring out getting all the proper resources.
But this art style is getting very popular nowadays. I think Ubisoft's releasing a new game with the same kind of style.
I think this art style lends itself to being very vibrant and lush backgrounds.
Now, if I remember this correctly, nope, I don't. uh,
Pick up some rocks too.
that's right.
I know as you collect certain resources, you learn different recipes as well. I think this island mostly had just grass and rocks, and of course the animals.
It seems a little different from when we started, though. I think it's one of those procedural generated games.
I'm not sure. I'm going into this pretty much blind.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we both are. Save for like the first 40 minutes, but it does look different from when I last remember.
I mean, I think it's the same, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, but see, I remember that facing like that way. You know what I mean?
Nope. I know that island is the same.
It's not the same, right?
It is.
Oh, this I know, yeah, but that piece in the back, that island in the back, I don't remember it being there. Two grass ropes.
Yep.
Okay. The boat. Don't be fooled, y'all. This is not a speed run.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't know the length of this game actually.
How much inventory space do you have? Remember that was an issue, but we need the palm fronds to expand it.
Yeah.
Might want to wait till the next island, or the one after the place we're
Is there
supposed
something
to go.
else on this island? Looks like we have our options. Looks like I should be eating first. Hold on. Oh, that's convenient. Okay. First. It's one of those subtle narrative games, huh? One where it's like, yeah, just keep going.
I don't think there's any dialogue as far as I'm knowledgeable of.
What are your thoughts on these type of games? These type of survival and base building games.
I I haven't played too many of them. I did like Subnautica, but I think sometimes I get stuck and I'm just not sure what to do and I end up just focusing on surviving. So that's my issue. And then I don't play them for very long afterwards. I did end up playing Subnautica all the way through though, and I really enjoyed that. How do you feel?
I don't think I have the patience for them. The hunter ensnares her prey. Yeah, I don't have a lot of patience for these type of games, but from what I played on this one, it's not as bad. If you're a hardcore, I think if you're hardcore into these type of games, you may be bored. At least early on, it didn't seem bad. I could very well be proven wrong later, but
I think in this game also, you really only have to worry about your health and your stamina, and that's shared with hunger. But other games, other survival games, you have to worry about like thirst. Hunger and stamina is usually different.
I really am enjoying these graphics. Though it looks very beautiful.
Right.
Look at that.
The music's nice too.
Yeah, so far I'm kind of impressed with the music. Now, if it's the only track that's in the game, might be an issue.
It's just the ceiling music.
This is where you guys start singing those pirate what you call them?
Shanties?
Yeah, there we go. Come on, lay it on there, Steve.
No.
I forgot where we stopped.
We had an island. They pointed us to an island and we went to the one to the side of it. And then there was this bigger monster that we ended up killing.
No spoilers.
It's just a mini boss. It ended up being the last boss in the entire game. We just actually beat it.
So this is actually one of the ingredients we were looking for earlier.
Yes.
To make like extra storage. I think we bought this game for what, 20? Was it $30? $30.
Yeah.
Time will tell if we think it's worth $30. I wouldn't mind seeing more games utilizing this art style though.
It's a nice change of pace from a lot of games these days look more realistic. And there's only so much you can improve upon it.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite Zelda game, so I totally do not mind games kind of taking inspiration from it. There's actually another game, I don't know if you recall, that's called Oceanhorn. That was
Yes, it was kind of like a Link to the Past. Was it isometric? I believe it's referred to as, where it's more of a top-down. I played the demo for it, and it was really good.
But part two actually looks a lot like Breath of the Wild.
Oceanward?
Yeah. Also, here it's coming out for the Switch. I was hoping it would come out for, the Xbox or PlayStation. So we are carrying on our way to this island over here. Which seems a lot further than last time.
My favorite Zelda game will always be Majora's Mask. And I actually have never finished Breath of the Wild. Because every time
Oh my goodness.
every time I started the game up, I start exploring for those shrines. And I have never reached any of the Divine Beasts. But I'm excited for the Age of Calamity Hyrule Warriors game, the prequel.
Are you gonna finish that one?
Probably not.
Yeah, Steve has a problem of just buying games and
No,
not really
I've been a
finish-
lot better these days.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Especially, I had Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U, and I completed a good portion of it. I bought the definitive version on the Switch, but I didn't play it as much. I know they added everything else, all the DLC, which I never had previously, but I didn't play as much of it.
You think you can build a motor on this boat at some point?
You need 28 palm fronds.
Oh, look at that. That looks fun. That looks like a good tourist spot.
The Reapers.
Some good family fun.
I actually remember Wind Waker. One of the most common complaints about it was the sailing took a long time, and of course you're sailing a good portion of the game. And in the Wii U remaster, they added the swift sail, so it speeds it up, and you don't have to worry about changing the wind's direction every few minutes.
I'm gonna start modding our boat over here.
Get a spoiler. Need a shovel.
I think it's time. Come here.
Oh.
Missed it. I think hold on. I need a stick.
So you should make that spear. Can you make that yet?
Yes, I can. I was just wondering why the game wasn't prompting me to sneak.
You don't need to.
Alright, so now we're equipped to take out some of this wildlife here. I forgot if there's weapon degradation going on here.
I believe so. Yes, there is. Maybe you should just use the sling or the knife to take those out. And save the spear for that big one.
What? Can't hear you over my sneaking. Critical hit. Critical hit.
Oh, there's two of them.
There's two. Nice. Oops.
You got this. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, one of the Not going well. Forgetting the controls already. Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, we'll see you next time.
Okay.
What do you need to make a fire? I know you got meat back there. I think you need. I'm pretty sure you need sticks. Flint.
Some propane. No, that won't be. You know, that'll help. Stove. Okay, let's do that again. But I need to heal first.
See if you can make a fire. Cook that piece of meat. Wait, did you get it?
Nope. Bye, fire.
Drop some stuff in your basket. Oh, can you make the other bag? I know there's one that you carry with you.
Oh my goodness, why do I keep pressing that button? Alright. See, and this is some of the reasons why I don't like these kind of games, because now it's like now I'm shifting focus to, you know, making sure
Surviving.
I can survive. Not knocking on the game at all, but
Just not for you.
alright. So we have slaying. Let's see if I can. Oh, I
Critical
like
hit.
that. We eating good tonight, boys.
What's that stone?
I'm trying to hunt, man. I don't worry about no damn stone. Alright, just get out to see. This looks like those stones from Elder Scrolls.
The shrine?
Yeah, is that from Skyrim or is that from? That's from Skyrim, right?
I think they were in Oblivion too, but I might be mistaken.
Sea shards. Okay, I don't know what that is yet, but we'll see. Trying to. I don't remember now. Breath of the Wild had some kind of system like this, right? Wasn't it very mild?
Like what?
Like a survival system?
I mean, you had your stamina and you had weapon. Your weapons degrade. That's about it, I believe.
Okay.
I believe food was just for health, or extra bonuses too.
Oh no! I didn't mean to do that.
Can't eat raw meat. Come on. You got food poisoning. It only lasts like 5 seconds though.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
How do you know when it's done?
Oh, is that
It's on the fire.
nice?
Going for well done. We're just doing medium rare.
How do I don't know. Uh,
I'm guessing it'll tell you when it's done. Oh wait, I think
yeah, you see that
that's
meter?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Sorry, everyone. This is kind of our first time playing the game.
You're a Monster Hunter. How you have to time it?
You, I remember how you cooked in Zelda. Remember
You just
that?
throw everything in a pot. I remember in Monster Hunter it was very specific in timing.
Stay away from my barbecue, guys. Stay away. I wonder what happens if I like take it now.
Can you? I don't think you can.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so it is okay.
But
I could have been doing
what
something.
what if it waits too long?
This is why I don't like cooking. I don't like too much work.
Missing out.
I think it's time we just order through Uber Eats.
Yeah. They got boats.
Just good old riveting gameplay here. And should I eat in front of big guys? Say, here's your I'm eating your kin.
Alright, now you're ready to go fight both of them.
Alright, let's go. No, I'm not.
Just climb somewhere and just use your sling. Pick them down.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that because when you all start watching how we play games, we like to cheese once in a while. Actually, a little more than that.
I think it was Dark Souls. There's a dragon and I was woefully underleveled. But there was a safe spot you could just fire, I think it was like 300 arrows or so. See, he flanked you. He's going for that sneak attack. I think it did more damage at the back. Oh, he's going for your boat. He's gonna just destroy your mode of transportation. Just strand you on the island. There's no escape.
Oh, look at this.
They're pretty far apart. You can try fighting it with your spear. You don't know if it aggroes everyone else though.
I think it does. Don't turn around. There's nothing behind you.
Solid snake over here. Yep.
Oh,
Man, they cornered
Yeah.
you. They're gonna stun lock you.
stun lock. He's got stun lock. I got stun lock. Oh, that was quick. Come on.
At least it is just one stick to make that spear.
Oh. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life here? I don't know if that's really smart AI or it's a really annoying AI.
Yes. They have anti-cheese strats, so they'll know when you're trying to pull something like this.
I totally pressed the wrong button. Uh-oh. What is this? Hey guys, welcome to a new playthrough of a game called... Okay. This is the first time for everything, right?
Do you keep all of your stuff? I mean, I know you have your spear.
So far.
Look like you have the sea shards too, and you don't lose any of those. I'm assuming that's currency, but... You lost your boat. And your fire. Huh.
Oh, well, look at that. Where am I? Game saved.
And to think, the video that we recorded previously, he killed that thing. There's only one though.
Now, my question is... Did it just start us from the very beginning?
Yes.
It did, didn't it?
Yep. But you still have your boat, so it's not too much to go back through.
I don't believe it.
You should kill more of those tinier guys, because you get bones, I believe. And you could probably make that shovel.
How are you keeping track of all this stuff? That's I don't know how I feel about that. Do I really have to collect all the stuff again, you think? Like if it just started me at essential...
No, I don't think so. You just probably start at the beginning. But, I mean, you have your ore. Go back to your inventory. There's that... See if there's a... Look at your key items. Is that the Nautilus shell? Go up. Go to the right.
What are you talking about?
You remember when you went to that first, after you got the ore, you went to the other island, and you got this other item? It was one of three.
The keys.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What was that in inventory? Technical difficulties, everyone. Alright, well, hold on. Let's.
Instead of guessing, you should just start this over on survivalist, so you won't have any doubts. You lose everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess the only way to really find out is if we just went back, right? I know what it is. You know, I just played Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm trying to press the
Trying to alternate between those heavy and light attacks.
no, you know, I think you dodge with the O button.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my issue. That's why. I'm not trying to make excuses, everyone, but I was recently playing Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm trying to dodge. The game is not as precise as that though. I mean, the combat's actually fairly simplistic. You just need to take your time. I'm just impatient, and I like to show off, which leads to me failing quite hilariously.
So this is where you got the ore, so there shouldn't be anything here. You should look for berries or cook that piece of meat. I wonder if that fire's still there. Doubt it.
Should collect some of these. Oh no, I'm eating them. I don't want to eat it.
Just see if you can make the shovel.
Whoa, I can put a fire on the boat?
How long does it last?
Just a little bit.
Oh, you need to kill
Oh,
that big guy.
of course. Of course.
Well, now you have to kill it.
Of course. Oops. Just want to double check and make sure I don't have to get everything again. It's one of these games, huh?
Is that where you are? Yes. So it marks down which ones you've completed.
So the game has saved, but if you die, you have to restart.
Looks like just from the chapter, though.
Yeah, but that's still a lot, man.
At least you keep your resources. It could be worse.
Should I be going over there? The layout is changing, isn't it?
Those islands are exactly the same.
So what's on that one over there?
I think that's where you went the last time. I lost my sense of direction.
No, man, I feel it's different.
Okay, we went over to the right. It's that island over to the left, because we saw that big thing over there.
Yeah, but wasn't there a tower on this one?
Just take a detour here.
Take a detour. We're lost. We're completely lost. I don't know what I'm doing. This playthrough's going slow, isn't it?
We're just being really thorough with chapter 1. That's where all the nitty gritty is. Why did you jump off here?
I still have my meat. Oh, that was convenient. Didn't we get 2 keys?
No. This time?
Yes.
We just got 1.
Oh boy.
Because the first one was the ore. That's what we got first.
Alright, here's the deal. For this first episode, we have to kill one of those things. Especially since it's set ourselves back. Like, what? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? And we look like noobs.
We're going in blind. Except not really. We've played this.
Yeah, for the first time we played it, we beat it. I
Yeah.
beat that monster. But then again, there weren't 2.
Yeah, there's just 1. That made the biggest difference. Because we almost killed it. You almost killed that one last time. Like, this time around. We go back and there's 3.
It's like a whole army of them. Say, this playthrough's never getting done, boy. Yeah, this is completely different. Look at that. I think that's where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, to these little landmarks. These
No, like I
shrines.
think this is where we're supposed to be taking the keys.
Oh, to this one specifically? Oh, or the thing to our left?
Yeah. I thought. See this? This is what they're showing us every time we got the key. Or something like that.
Yes.
I think it was this island I was on where I killed that monster the first time. No, I don't remember those eggs.
No. Well, I see one. Hopefully it's just one.
What's over here?
Yoshi.
What am I supposed to do with that? Look, there's civilization here. Should have just called it rupees and called it a day.
See what happens when you run? You should be good. You got this.
Come back here. I have a score to settle with you. Combat's not very bad at all. It's just you have to be slow about it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, close quarters combat here.
Go on the high ground.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm concentrating. No. Oh, there it is. Finally.
There we go. Now we're pretty much caught up to where we left off.
Hold on. Now we can make the
Shovel. It's in the next one, I think. Or the first one.
Now we're getting places. Look at that. And here's our boat. Alright, looks like we'll call it a day here on the first episode of Windbound. We shall see you in the next one.
See ya.